A couple months ago I did a blog post titled "Work Expands to Fill the Amount of Time Allotted." The idea is that if you give yourself a task and you keep extending the deadline, you'll keep finding things to do and you'll ultimately delay your results. And so I was trying to motivate people to take action and just get things done faster. Now I want to talk about the flip side of that, because a lot of people that watch this blog, like me, are kind of almost overly ambitious in terms of the entrepreneurship mindset. And we always want to set goals and get things done, that we get this delusional thing going on in our head where we underestimate the amount of time it's going to take us and we start behaving unrealistically. So there's a very, very fine balance here, and I think I can sort of shed some light on how it's been helping me to step back and think about this thing objectively and realistically without cutting yourself short or delaying your results in any way. So let me explain a little bit further. So let's say you come up with a really good idea, either to expand your current business or create a new project, or maybe you're just starting out a brand new business and you see your first major deliverable, like maybe it's a seminar you want to run or a product that you want to launch. There are so many unseen things that go into creating that first step, into accomplishing that first thing or that next idea you're working on. And you don't always necessarily think of them up front, and so it can be very easy to underestimate how long it's going to take. There's the example that got me thinking about this was I'm building an office at my property right now. So I've got a home, and I'm going to build a home office that's totally detached from my home so I can actually work from home without being inside the house. And I'm helping in the construction of it with my father, who's actually doing his own business building these things. And the first step was to dig 4 holes into the ground, and these go 4 feet down, and then you fill it up with concrete and you level it all out so that you have a base to build the rest of the structure. You have a platform. And we mistakenly assumed that this first step, this first day of digging the 4 holes, was going to take us 2 to 3 hours max. And we planned it, and we even scheduled it, the half day to get it done, and then we'd go off and do other things and have other meetings and appointments and so on. Well, we just finished it the other day. It took us 8 or 9 hours that day. So we had way underestimated the amount of time required. We didn't think about things like potential problems we were going to run into, and we did run into many. We didn't anticipate that we'd need breaks, we'd get tired, and all these different things that came into play, and ultimately this sense of optimism or ambition prevented us from really understanding the true amount of time that was going to be required. So I'm not saying that you overanalyze when you think about everything, but when you come up with a good idea, take 5 or 10 minutes and actually think about how long this is going to take to implement, and is it a realistic outcome or outset for what you're trying to do. So an example I'm doing right now is I'm redoing a bunch of my sales copy and videos to sell my WordPress coaching program. And based on previous experiences, and experience is going to be your friend in this case, based on previous experiences, I know that I can't whip together something in an hour or two and have it be quality enough that it's going to do well for me. I know that I need to do some preparation, I do some study, I need to do some, go back on some previous things that I've done and really put some time in before I even put pen to paper and do the work. So if I were to set a 2-hour goal or a 2-hour limit on this particular deliverable, I know right away that it's not realistic. Although when I'm in a really motivated state, I might just say, yeah, I'll get it done in 2 hours. And then I give myself 5 other things to do that day, and I'm not going to get it done. So that's what I'm working on right now, today. I had 5 or 6 ideas that I wanted to get done today. But when I got to idea 1, which was working on the sales stuff, I realized, no way, I need a full day to do this. So that allowed me to actually focus everything on the one task. I moved the 3 or 4 other things to another day. I'm not even worrying about when I'm going to do them right now, so that I can solely focus on this one thing. Now what's happening is I'm getting through my day really quickly. I'm actually being a lot more productive because I'm not thinking about anything other than the one task I'm on. And there's no pressure to get it done in that 2-hour window because, again, that was unrealistic to begin with. I have until the end of the day to get it done, and if I'm not done by then I need to really re-examine that, but I know I'm going to be done just based on where I'm at right now. So it's really helped me, and where is your balance? I want to challenge you to find it. Are you being overly optimistic and always missing your deadlines, or are you giving yourself too much time and then never accomplishing anything? You got to find that fine line, fine balance, and I hope you can find it just based on some of these ideas.